Hello, my single solitary viewer. Welcome back to Phobia. Pistanthrophobia. That's not a tongue twister at all. It basically means fear of trust and the things perhaps that you trust. And indeed, Johnny Fairplay trusted too much and got played. Tasty Bacons got a team kill, of course, as the mole, and managed to put the moles back on the map because suddenly there's 4 moles, all alive. 2 of them are undercover. Emeric and Tasty Bacons are now scheming together in the same voice chat, but Timon and Lenboy, the other 2 moles, they're still in the wild, undercover with their teams, as you can see, and they're getting the chance to gear up. So I think Timon is trying to make a sharp 2 diamond sword. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to be aiming for. It's not going to be enough for a proper betrayal. There you go. He anviled himself a nice little pair of boots, trying to get some decent prot on his stuff, but unless he'd have to see the kind of occasion that Tasty Bacon Z just saw and took advantage of in the previous episode. Diana has found Cass's loot. She has managed to get the stuff, so she's probably filled with so much gold at this time. Oh my goodness. Diana is basically like Fort Knox, and finding Diana and killing Diana would definitely be big. I wonder if what I'm talking about, Lenboy, if he shouldn't like change his plans to try and get Diana and get all the stuff, because that's a lot of stuff. That's all of Cazz's stuff plus all of Diana's stuff. And I know, of course, for Lenboy, the temptation is to betray Fukano and get the big kill on Fukano. I know you gotta imagine that's really what he's hoping for. But in terms of helping his team win, you should probably try and steal the stuff from Diana. By the way, they have a lot of gear. Orange team, they have a lot of gear. And it's one of the teams, of course, that hasn't been involved in fights to speak of yet at this moment, and nor has there been a mole betrayal yet, where we have 1 episode left, this episode, and then it's meetup. So the advice has been to please avoid friend moling. So normally, based on this request, we should see Lenboy and Timon try stuff this episode. Now, for Timon, it's a long shot. It's a long shot to actually to betray his team. Perhaps perhaps his move at this point is like just vanishing in thin air and just joining Tasty and Emeric to form a new team of 3. That might be his best bet. However, Lenboy has more options. So he's going to try to craft the healing that he can. He's alone almost at 0-0. So if another team at the moment actually came upon him, he'd be in trouble potentially. Potentially in big trouble. But he's got to try and do something. Now he's telling the moles that they're close to Diana. And are they? Yes, they are. They're actually pretty close to Diana. I know that Diana is somewhere close to this big jade mountain. So well spotted, Len, giving the information there on the down low. I don't think Tasty and America are in a position to do anything about it. I think Diana would kill Tasty Bacons. Not necessarily just from outgearing him, but outbowing him. But Emeric, who knows? But Emeric and Tasty apparently are not really together exactly. I thought they would be. They are not. Reggie is the king of staircases. And Timon, yeah, should... My advice to Timon, if I was there, would say leave. They don't know, but Michael is so geared that Timon can't... There's nothing that Timon can do that is going to be effective at all. Not like with a betrayal. Unless, you know... Unless you pull off the same kind of thing that Tasty Bacon's pulled off, and that's unlikely. That happens... You rarely have a chance like that one in a moles game. Most of the time, everyone is pretty good at protecting their back. So, I don't know. I don't know. Tasty is still on top of that mountain. Skylord, trying to increase his enchantments. Got a decent shot at this still, even though they're now a team of 2. You never know what could happen. They've got really strong gear, so if the cards fall where they'd like them to fall, you never know what could happen. So Lenboy has managed to stick with Fukano and craft. He could... I think he could 2v1 them. I think he could. Like, craft is probably rusty enough that Len could probably backstab Fukano and then probably kill Craft. And basically let the rest of the moles hunt down Diana, who has to deal with baby zombie. But I think he's hoping that the moles will find Diana. I don't know what he's hoping. I'm just thinking out loud here what the strategy would be. But Craft is a little far ahead. Fukano has stopped to type in the mole chat. No, I'm kidding. we know he didn't, but wisely, accidentally or not wisely, he lets a Lenboy by. You don't want Lenboy behind you, that's for sure. And they've reached the wall, so I don't know what they were hoping to do here. Oh, okay, I see. They were probably hoping to find... Who's that? Is that Diana coming back up? Sure is. So the window of opportunity to attack Diana is pretty much past. Here comes Emeric finally emerging out of the caves. He's going to be probably trying to meet up with Tasty and share the enchants. Going to be a little bit disappointed when he sees the lack of stuff Tasty has. But then again, he's going to be happy to finally see a friend. Here's Greeples. Everyone's caving out. They know this is the final episode before the meetup. And you gotta... Oh! Timon has made the mistake. And by Timon has made the mistake is that Michael has decided that Timon was too shifty. And Cyanal ultimately gets the kill. There is no more Timon. You should not have returned to camp. You were... Oh, that's unexpected, though. And that's going to be a very difficult engagement to survive. Because Orange Team is decked. Will they be able to chase... Well, there goes Michael. He has Ender Pearled out of here. Cyanal is in poo-poo. He's in deep poo-poo. He's got the Lenboy chasing after him. Michael stopped to craft probably a little bit of healing on the go. A golden head, I don't know. Not sure what he crafted. Let me see. Golden apple. And all the flanks getting covered here. Maybe he crafted a boat as well. Because Michael sailing away. I don't think he's going to get caught. And of course, Cyanol was shot by Lenboy. That was it was you could easily see that one coming. Lenboy will probably want to make it so he can maybe place 3 blocks or something so you can breathe underwater. Okay, there we go. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be fine. Gonna be some gear here that he'll want to keep to share with his mole buddies. But Michael gets away, is now the sole survivor of Green Team. And also, now he's a solo, so you think, oh, the odds are against him. But remember, he killed SidGarcia. He deserves to die a lonely, lonely death. It's well-deserved. And Tasty has decided to to see if he could grow a few trees. It's probably not going to happen since they can't craft bone meal, but here comes Americ. 2 of the moles are together. The last mole, Lenboy, gets a kill on the board. And, yeah, Timon was found out. He could not keep the secret. Could not keep the secret of this house. And, evil mole team. Oh. Okay. So the moles are here and organizing. Reggie is, of course, staircasing. I don't know why I'm surprised. He's going to manage to staircase past this cave right here. And look at all these beautiful staircases. You can tell Reggie was here, can't you? Look at that. All these staircases. I'm a cruel, cruel man. If he actually does manage to staircase past this cave, my goodness, I think he might. He's going to hear this lava over here, but that's not going to help him all that much. Anyway, moles still getting their stuff done. Craft is getting his, getting his gravel wherever he can get his gravel. He's not picky. Apparently, they ran out of arrows, and they would like more. Speedo trying to deal with some skellies, who are a little, trying a little hard here. Skelly with the pro moves. Fukano meets up with Diana, and so on, and Lenboy, still right there, no betrayal in sight. Lenboy manages to get an apple from Craft. He's probably hoarding more healing than he lets on. He's not sharing that other diamond helmet, by the way, that he got from Cyanol. I don't think anyone's noticing, but it doesn't really matter because all of his team already has diamond helmets. So he's pretty much covered to keep the gear because his team doesn't need it. They're stacked. They're stacked. He's going to find it increasingly difficult to betray them. Speedo trying to get some last minute gold, of course, because they were through a series of fights, yellow team, that cost them a lot. I still think they're pretty confident that they have no moles, but they're not confident in terms of gear. Lenboy spilling the intel. And it's accurate intel, too. It's terrifying for the other teams. But Greeples and Skylord are both full diamond. They're just a team of 2, but a team of 2 that's full diamond against mostly teams of 3 is not that undergeared. they're not in such a bad situation, actually, it turns out. They probably still have a chance if they pick their spots. They could pull it off. They know exactly who their mole is, so they're not in any danger of getting betrayed. So, but they still could get flanked by any team. You know, that could always happen. You don't need moles to get flanked or backstabbed, but you know, the odds are higher to get backstabbed if there is a mole. Reggie's tired of staircasing, which tells me he did miss the cave. And he rejoins the rest of the crew. They're cooking. Are they? Well, they're going to be very disappointed with that amount of gold. Oh, there's going to be disappointment all around here. I can smell it. Oh, they have no healing. They have no healing. Greeples and Skylord. I wonder how, like, awesome their stuff is. It's mostly tier 2 everywhere. Power 3, Sharp 3. Spleet. Maybe Spleet will get a kill. I don't know. Skylord has some tier 3. Mostly tier 2 everywhere. I think he was hoping to get a Power 4. That's not going to be happening. And he's got, of course, a Sharp 3. They've got... They need more gold. Not gold, but they need more healing. But they're not in as bad a situation as Yellow Team is, amazingly enough. And I think Yellow Team are maybe the biggest underdogs. Aside perhaps from the moles. Finally, Americ joins them. He doesn't have... I mean, he's got a decent amount of gear. And Tasty has obtained a little more diamonds, so... At this point, we're really looking for the Lenboy betrayal. Speaking of the man in question, in principle, he is supposed to betray this episode, and there's only 2 minutes left, so clearly he's waiting to do it at meetup. He's had opportunities, quote unquote, to do it before. I wonder if he's trying to lead these guys to the rest of the moles in the hopes of turning the tables once they're all together. And I noticed that they've left a certain craft behind. Craft is not with them. Are they shunning craft? What is going on? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know how long craft has not been with them. But apparently they are going for this supply drop right over here. Which would mean it might be one of the first time that I see a team actually head for a supply drop. If my prediction is wrong, though, this camera angle is terrible. If my prediction is wrong, I've made a terrible, terrible choice. I think they're not going for the supply drop at all. Yeah, they went down. They went down. And meetup is in 45 seconds. That's correct. I don't know where Len is hoping to go. Got the secret enchantments. They did give up on the they did give up on the stuff, I guess. Did he want to prepare something in secret? The Sharp 3 diamond sword. From killing Cyanol, he could have said, "Oh, Cyanol had a diamond sword. I'm going to take it." That's all he really needs to do. But that's the end of this episode. The meetup is right. Coming up next is the meetup. And by the way, Kraft is with the rest of his guys. So here it is. Meetup. See you next time. Sponsored by the Flouze crew on Patreon.